All right, well then let's start. Hey, buds.
How are you?
We're here to help.
How's it going?
What a week it's been. Thanks for joining us back here in the suite. We're the Sweet Buddies, and this is We're Here to Help. How's everyone's week been?
It's been fun. I had a great time.
Hopefully you guys have been following us on Instagram at Sweet Buddies, SUITEBUDDIES. It's been fun.
I've been threatened a lot.
I've had a lot of, I've had to yell. I've had a lot of clapbacks this week. A lot of things like, if you throw one more thing at me, I'll fucking snap. I've said that at least 2 or 3 times. How about you?
I was things were thrown at me, launched at me. I was fake kicked a bunch. My legal team is.
Don't forget the bat.
Oh, and he hit me with a bat.
Yeah. I saw a mini baseball bat almost go in your tush.
It's not a mini baseball bat. That's a fungo bat. That will cause damage.
Even though I was supporting Scopo post the first day.
You've been very supportive against my better judgment. You've been very supportive throughout this whole thing.
Yeah.
A lot of baseball bats coming in our face. Scopo's closed his eyes, breathing deep. He's not happy right now. I hope, for the sake of our listeners and for our safety, that we can get through this podcast without pure screaming and launching of technology, water bottles, bottles of hair gel. Like, I just hope we all stay safe.
I never throw my hair gel.
Never in the trash, buddy. And that's you stay on top of it, and that's impressive.
It's never going to go in the trash ever again.
This week we are coming off of a challenge.
I want to say a horseshit challenge.
Well, he thinks it's horseshit.
Slave labor, that's what they call it.
You could call it slave labor. Then what is it called every time that I clean this entire
once
apartment?
every 12 months.
Well, let's just pretend it's once every 12 months, which it's not. It's more than that.
It's once every 12 months.
Sure. So that's what? 3 times versus 0.
1
So
now.
So we're coming off of a
I've
week
cleaned
of
the bathroom, so
Chris
let's relax
Scopo.
yourself a little bit.
Let's come with.
I'm going to get angry real quick.
That's what I said. I hope.
Don't get angry. Just
we
breathe.
can get to this without
and
screaming.
let's,
Because the point of this is to be fun and to have a good time. No need to yell. No need to scream. Let me fix this.
I thought Scopo did a good job, except for the first day. I thought he really slid the first day, but
yeah, there were some issues which are to be expected in a challenge, since it's the first time that something's being done. So Scopo's challenge was to clean the apartment for this week. He's turning red. He doesn't have the microphone in his hand. The challenge was set forth by myself and Alex Mavone. How you doing over there, bud?
hey, buddy, good to see you.
The idea is because we up until now we never see Scopo kind of floats around. He takes care of his house, of his room.
Which we're in a lot, and I appreciate
And we did
that.
preface the whole thing with that he is a great friend. He's always there to lend a helping hand. It had nothing to do with that. It was just the fact
Not anymore.
we set it up that because Scopo doesn't do a great job of contributing to the overall upkeep of the common spaces of this apartment, that we
I'm
set
never in.
that sounds like an admission. That we never.
I'm never in. How's that an admission?
Well, that sounds like a reason why you don't clean the common spaces, because you're never in it.
Never in there.
Okay. So we had him clean the apartment one day at a time. Each day he had a separate assignment, and it was all detailed so that nothing was left to interpretation. We said, this is what you need to do, and this is what defines the word cleaning. And then Scopo even had put up. This is kind of cool. I didn't know you put this up already. He put up a whiteboard, and he has everything written down, so he knew exactly what he was doing. We even emailed him a list of everything, and we are now here at the very end. Yesterday was the last day. Scopo, how'd it go? How do you feel? Long pause, dramatic pause, wipes his nose. Eyes still haven't opened. Scopo, how'd it go?
I think it's better if I plead the fifth and just say, I won. You're both losers. I'm better than both of you.
Well, you didn't win. You just completed a challenge. That's not winning. That's just doing.
I won.
Well, I would like to make a couple of statements. Hold on.
Hey, fat boy, what day did you miss the gym? Oh, yeah, that's right, Friday and Saturday.
Okay, well, Friday I didn't go to the gym. And
This
it was
is not
called
the
a loss.
episode.
This is not the episode.
Yeah.
But if that's what we're going to use as a reference point, I just want to ask a question. There's in no way, shape, or form an accusation of any kind. I'm asking a question. If
I'm not going to respond because I'm going to get mad. I'm
No.
going to get very angry.
You can, and that's fine. Just don't scream. Because again, the point of the show is to be fun, funny,
I had a good time.
and to help each other.
It was fun watching you win. If that's how you win all the time, buddy, sign me up.
It was fun coming home every night this week, wondering if it was going to be if people were going to be screaming at my face. That was a good time. My question is this: if during a challenge, the person being challenged decides through the challenge that they do not want to complete a certain task that was set forth and agreed upon, is that considered? Are we allowed to change or manipulate the challenge and tasks as we go, as we see fit, as the person being challenged? That's what I'm asking. I'm just asking that, and I don't care what the answer is. I just want to know moving forward, are we able to do that?
I feel that there had to be some sort of obviously the podcast, we do not have enough time to go through everything.
Exactly, right.
So there has to be some, like Scopo denied to do my fish tank because that is not my fish tank. So
No, it's not my fish tank.
Right.
Meaning it's not yours.
right,
Yeah.
right. You got it.
Yeah, speak English, dipshit.
I'm actually, you know
We're
what?
trying to be
You know
helpful.
what? No, that's fine. You know what? That's fine.
So the reason I
No,
asked,
I have nothing to say. Edit that whole part out.
okay,
I was about to help Scopo. I was
I know.
truly about to help
we were all
Scopo.
trying to make
I
this
know.
because I
It's
want this
over.
to be. I want it to be this way moving forward.
Technically, based on the contract, did Scopo lose? Yes.
Yes.
He did.
There's a couple just items in question. Is that the kitchen day one, and we built a mulligan in, which was the whole point of that.
Contractually, he was incomplete.
That is
Yes.
the one I'm wondering, because in day one, hold on, buddy, we're just talking. We're having a
I was
conversation.
about to say I was about to
Scopo
put
is so pissed because day one
I was told to
the
shut up,
kitchen
dipshit.
thing said the first item on kitchen, which was day one, was clean
what
the
I mean.
dishes, put the dishes away. That was the very first task. And day one, the dishes were cleaned but not put away. Now, there was a mulligan built in so that if there was anything that prevented you from doing it on the day, you could finish that task the following day along with your other tasks.
I will say that the dishes is something that we all use.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And the second day, he did go back and do some of the wipe up stuff that was asked. The thing that's in question is that there was, and still are, the same dishes left in the drying rack. Is that accurate?
Currently, right now, I don't know.
Right, there are.
Okay.
So that's the question. That's what's in question because you did.
I cleaned yesterday. I cleaned everything. There was no fucking dishes there. You guys used them. That's not my fault. Bye.
So what's in question is, come on, buddy, we're having a convo. Sit down and take it. We're having a he's like a parakeet. If he can't see, nothing happens. Sit down, sit down, bird brain. No one's said anything yet other than the fact that you have done an incredible job. You cleaned.
You just said I lost.
I didn't say that. I'm asking the question because there is still tons of silverware and other items that were there before.
Fuck you, and fuck you.
I didn't
Buddy,
say anything.
We're asking
Silverware? When has the silverware ever been put away? The fucking drawer doesn't work. Is a nail sticking out? If I hit the wrong way, I bleed to death.
Well, that's not accurate.
It's close enough.
But this is all I'm asking is that if
No, you're being cunts. You're being
No,
cunts.
not at all.
I clean
Not
your
at all.
trash.
Not at all.
I clean your trash. I clean
This
your
is-
trash.
no, the houses. The
What
house.
trash
No,
did you
your
what
trash.
trash did you clean from me?
nobody is
I wanted to sweep you up yesterday, but you wouldn't let me.
you would if anyone's gonna fit, you're gonna be the one fitting in one of those little stretchy bags.
I told him, I go, hey, buddy, get over here.
I didn't
Can
say
we
it.
just tie his head into it so we don't have to hear him yipping?
You don't think I want to get the fuck out of this house? You just gonna sweat me up, chuck me out.
It's just things like that I'm totally fine if we decide as we go that we can change things around. I just want to know if that is the case, we needed to set that precedent up top. so that way we can all abide by the same issues. Like another issue, and again, I'm just making a statement of fact. This isn't an opinion. One of the days was take all miscellaneous trash, including the poles from downstairs, tie those up, put them out for the trash to pick up.
Pavone, can you get me back on that one, please? Thank you.
They're still there. And
really?
They are still there.
He's not done.
When I was doing it that night, we couldn't find the rope. You go, buddy, we can't find the rope. Don't worry about it. Is that not right?
Did you say don't worry about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that it's not still up to him. He didn't look. I had your back until the dipshit comment. I want to let you know I so had your back, and you turned on me, and now I don't have your back anymore.
You know what? I'm a lone man.
Well, everyone knows.
You're a lone bird flying
in the
about.
jungle, all right? I'll fight to survive, and I'll do it myself.
So those type of items are in question whether they were complete or not.
Well, okay, here's what I was going to say before. If Scopo didn't let me, or if Scopo didn't clean the fish tank because it was my fish tank, that was brought up as an example. So we didn't bring up your boxes in Mike's boxes in the front. We didn't bring those up.
Okay.
But
it also wasn't brought up until the minute it was supposed to happen.
But that rule
I didn't know I was
no
bringing that
initiative.
out. I thought I was bringing the stuff that was just downstairs already. That's
well,
what I thought I was
the
bringing
rule
out.
applies though that you have to apply the same rule for the fish tank as you would for the boxes, because your reasoning.
Except for there was at least one or two items in there that weren't mine.
They weren't mine either.
Right.
Mine either.
Okay. There were things in there that were not just my stuff. I don't know whose they were, but I had probably 2 boxes,
Mikey
3 boxes.
Amazons.
And then
I'm
there were
pretty
other
sure
things
they were
on
all
there.
yours.
I know that
because
they
all
were.
my boxes are in my room and I threw them out.
Okay.
So it's either yours. And
All my boxes
Jay's.
leave in the morning. That took a second, but that wasn't bad.
It wasn't good.
It also wasn't true. 3 o'clock 2 days ago. Anyway, I guess your morning.
Mid-afternoon, whatever.
So the question that's what I'm questioning. So if for as an example, the boxes. Let's just say, for example, they're all mine, even though I know they weren't.
They were yours and
That
Jay's.
should
They
have
were
been-
not mine and Scopo's.
Sure. Let's call them mine and Jay's.
Yeah.
That was decided as it was supposed to happen. That I'm not doing this. This is bullshit. I'm walking away from it. Okay.
Well, the only
So-
problem I have with that is you agreed with Scopo and you said, "You're right. You're not allowed to clean the fish tank. You don't have to."
No.
Because
it was
not. It's not yours. It's my responsibility. It was mine. So that applies to the boxes.
It
That's just
would
the way
apply
it
to the
works.
boxes if it was all exclusively mine, and they weren't.
It was.
No, they're
Dude,
not.
they're
I'm telling you,
in
there's no.
front of your room.
Okay.
They're not mine.
Other things have been put on that pile.
I've gotten one box.
Let's eliminate the boxes for a quick second.
Okay.
If we're going to talk,
Because you're wrong.
okay, are there still dishes that have not been done all
I
week?
don't know.
I know there are.
You guys did them yesterday. I completed my task. I'm
There
done.
was not
you
all of those silverware and all the miscellaneous stuff that's still in there is still
No,
there.
it was not. I did the general maintenance yesterday.
And there are still
And I
there's
did- no,
still
Mike-
full
Mike-
of silverware.
Mike,
you tell
there-
me there's
Mike,
no
there was
silverware
not.
there, then
'Cause
I'll get my eyes
Mike,
checked.
there was not. There was not.
I'm gonna honestly say Scopo passed this challenge.
There was no silverware when I left yesterday for general maintenance.
No silverware in the drying rack.
Because the drying rack is where we keep the silverware, Mike.
No, we keep the silverware in the drawer.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No one keeps the silverware in the drawer.
We
So if
don't
you
keep
put
it, Mike. We
Mike,
don't keep it.
Mike,
Every
no,
time that every
Mike,
time that
Stop yelling, stop
dude,
yelling.
we're
You
having a
gotta calm down.
conversation.
Yes. You
I'm
gotta
not.
calm down.
I'm asking the question.
You gotta calm down.
The question
Scopo,
is.
you gotta
The
calm
question is that when the house gets cleaned, do those silverware? I have on many occasions cleaned out every single dish and put the
down.
silverware in the box.
When Nancy, the cleaning lady, comes, the silverware is still there up top. It's not in the drawers.
We do.
And
keep-
and there's no handle.
okay.
Some things you got to waive. You have to. And
Okay,
and,
that's
and
what I want to. That's the only question I pose.
Yes,
is that moving forward, as the challenges go,
we know that
can people waive certain items that
When-
are supposed
when
to
I
be
clean the
accomplished,
dishes-
and we do, and then okay, they don't have to
when
do
I
that.
clean the dishes, the silverware goes back into where it is currently.
Okay.
And honestly, it's better that way because there's no fucking handle on the drawer and there's nails coming out.
So that's all I
The
wanted to
only
settle.
thing I had
we can all
issue
agree,
with
'cause I don't-
Scopo, other than his overall overall attitude, is the first day, and he went back and cleaned it. I mean, the stove could have got a little more fucking cleaning, but for the most part, you know, he did a good job. You know.
But moving forward, and what I'm fine with, and I'm totally fine with because he killed it. See, it's the attitude part of this that makes it difficult. Moving forward, if things need to be adjusted
All
as we
talent,
go,
and I'm a diva.
I don't know about talent.
all diva, no
I don't know
talent.
where the talent came from.
I didn't say a lot of talent.
Nobody did. Nobody has. I'm kidding.
Mike.
You're very funny.
Hey, Mike,
You're
am I
very
a-
funny.
Mike, am I a winner? Are you a loser? That's what I thought.
You're
Shut
not a
up.
winner. You just
Loser.
cleaned 4 dishes.
I am willing to
7.
give Scopo a participation trophy for having done all days of the work.
Participation trophy. What am I, a fucking little
Millennial.
twerp?
Yes. Because it's and so as long as we know moving forward that as of this challenge we can adjust and change the course of the details of the challenge as seen fit by the person being
That's
challenged.
just like how the law gets interpreted.
Okay.
This challenge has to do that too.
Great.
And he did do it though. Actually took the boxes out. The only thing he didn't do was the stanchions. But I didn't know where the rope was.
But this happened at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when
That's-
some initiative to get I have to do this tonight. Let me make sure I got tape and rope, and if I don't, I should ask for it other than at the moment I need it.
Nope.
So-
I want
but
my materials ready to go.
That's fair, but also again, then he could have just he could have just said, "Hey, look, this is not mine." And
Well, then the whole thing is off because the idea was to clean the common area because none
did
of those
clean the
those
common
poles
area.
are none of ours.
Whose are there?
Those poles were here before any of us even moved in.
Oh yeah, and I have to get them out this time, right?
Well,
Right?
I
Right, Mike?
personally,
Right,
I
Mike?
personally,
Right, Mike?
with the assistance of
Right, Mike?
Alex Pavone,
Right, Mike?
completely spent weeks cleaning that living room
Right,
and
Mike?
throwing tons of shit out that was not mine at all for
Right,
the
Mike?
betterment of this house. So
Betterment of
keep
this house.
chirping,
Yeah.
but that's the truth.
Yeah.
So,
I can't wait to your next challenge. Where your challenge.
and I can't wait to continually manipulate the entire thing based on my mood. Because that's what we're doing
Don't
now.
breathe. That's
he
what
did
you-
it.
Hey, buddy, please help me with that.
He actually
Cover my face.
won, man.
Okay,
He
but
actually
as
won the
long as we can
Well, they didn't
alter
win.
as
He
we
did
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as we can alter as we see fit, then that's fine. As long as we know that moving forward, that's all I care about.
Well, yeah.
And then,
because you
if
can't
that's the case,
you can't.
then he finished.
You can't talk about everything on the podcast. We just don't have
No,
enough
I know,
time.
but that's why we
Yeah.
wrote it out in detail, and the details were.
But he
missed.
okay. But he.
But he
still
did
the
do all the
boxes.
challenge. He did do every night
He
or
did.
every day. Some of them were later than the time allowed, but that's
Yes.
fine. We'll just look over those
He
things,
did.
and we'll say
That's true.
it's a
And
completed
also,
challenge.
Scopo, can I say something moving forward as well? Just because we gave you a challenge and you did it in an hour, that doesn't mean that you completed it. Time is not based on what we challenged you for. So when you said the first day that you did the kitchen, and you're like, I spent an hour and a half. Well, you did a horrible job. You didn't try. And then the next days you tried. So that's all I'm saying.
Great.
I think he's sleeping.
He's wrapped himself around his pregnancy pillow, and I'm hoping it's around his neck.
All right, guys. Well, this podcast has been fun.
What a riot. And I will also like to say the amount of times Scopo could have snapped, instead, he put his head under a towel. And for the podcast's sake, I want to say
The
thank you.
first day he snapped and he threw a Gatorade bottle at me and then spilled coffee snapping and then made more of a mess in the kitchen.
That really fucking broke my back on that one.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. And then Joe List came upstairs and he's like, Scopo, did you shit yourself? And Scopo was so mad.
So, challenge over. We have new moving forward. We now know more
Yes.
about these challenges. And look,
Yes.
this is a new thing, so we're learning as we go. And now we have more of
Yes.
an idea of how the challengee can participate.
Yes.
Great. So,
Here's my challenge.
now, did you have Scope? Are you ready? Are you back now? Can we put him to work? Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, from under the sheets.
He only got 11 hours of sleep today. I don't know how he's functioning.
Hey, shut the fuck up. It's your turn now. Scope. You're done? You're out as soon as it's time for Pav?
What? What?
Are you actually upset, or are you doing a goof?
What are you bothered by? What are you bothered by? Oh, I don't fucking know.
Buddy.
I thought you were actually upset.
Pavone, your task is to
Well, hold on,
walk
let's-
into traffic.
I thought you were about to give it away. I was like, come on, let's build it up. Let's make them angry. You said you had something a statement you'd like to make before your challenge, because now this is your week.
I just wanted to let everybody and all the listeners know that I, my whole life, have been a quitter. And
Hey.
nothing you do to challenge me will affect me as a person. I will quit. If I'm called a quitter by Scopo, I don't care. That's what quitters do. They don't care. Anything you throw my way, I truly don't care. You both sicken me. I have to see you every day, and I hate you both. And that's the end of the speech.
Great speech. Unbelievable speech. It's going to make the punishment that much more fun now that we know that you're planning on quitting right away. Also, if you want to quit right away, that's your prerogative. But you do need to make sure that your punishment is completed. Otherwise, a worse punishment will be taking place, and it's going to be the bat fully in your asshole.
Otherwise, you die.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Like,
you
no,
actually
I kill you.
you get deported.
Oh, fuck, I wish.
Maybe that's the challenge.
No, you
Go
don't.
home.
Stop it. No, you don't. You don't wish to get deported.
I do.
You would lose. You lose this country and your girlfriend. The only thing that matter in your life.
Hey,
Stop it.
what about his 3 spots a week?
Stop it.
He'll lose those 2.
They're getting a lot more than 3 this week.
So here's the challenge for Alex Bonet. Scope, do you want to set up the reason?
The reason of this challenge is that
Without giving it
Bonet
away.
really loves to hate comedy.
It's his chosen career path, but there's also a lot of resentment, I think, towards it, which we all have some resentment, but I think especially
Nope,
Alex,
not me at all.
It resents you. I'm sorry. This is me and you versus Pavone. I apologize for that last
So this
low
is
blow,
clearly
easy
this
comment.
is clearly Scopo's
No,
challenge.
he presented it to me.
course
We
he did.
worked it out, and as soon as he said it, you presented the challenge, and I looked him dead in the eyes right after he got done screaming, by the way, so I'm not in the mood to be agreeable, and I went, oh, that's good. There's some details, and I'm with this. Someone who hates comedy, but it's his career, so it would be best that you didn't hate comedy.
It's actually this challenge is actually going to help you.
This is actually very positive.
Like my challenge didn't help me
positive.
at all last week.
Well, you don't think it did,
No,
but
I know
we
for a
think
fact
you
it
did.
did.
Okay.
And this challenge is actually going to help you. It really is.
Okay.
And we think that you need some helping in life.
Okay.
And we think this is the perfect thing for it.
Okay.
Do you want to say what it is, or want me to say what it is?
I'll start it off with the generalities. You give the details. You, for the next 7 days, are going to become a staple in the New York comedy open mic scene.
Okay.
You're going to get a lot of reps in, and we're very excited. Please don't touch my computer.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I just have to
Send your letter of resignation already.
I just have to ask. The question is, how can this better me as a comedian?
You're getting on stage and doing more
A
bits.
lot more stage time.
Unfortunately, I will do the challenge, but I being the person who has done the most comedy in the house by a wide margin, as I have experience on 4 years for you, maybe 3 for you, I have done the open mic scene. I have surpassed working on bits there.
You know, sometimes when you
I'm gonna do this challenge.
when you
but
think you're the highest and you're highest, you go back to the beginning and you see where you started from, and you get a new appreciation on it.
for sure.
The idea is not that you need to do more open mics, but more perspective on where you are at your high perch in the comedy among us in the house.
Now,
To fall back in love with what you once had more love and appreciation for.
Now-
Scopo, would you want to give the details?
Yes. Now, the open mic scene, you know,
so I will tell you, it won't benefit me.
Yes, it will.
Well, just in the
Yes.
same way that he didn't think that the cleaning would benefit him, but we did. I didn't think
My
that
hands
running
smell like
2 miles
bleach,
would
and that benefits my smell.
So we collectively think that this will, and that's part of the criteria
Okay.
for the challenge.
Okay.
But we don't think like doing a couple open mics is really going to benefit you. We think you need to do 3 a day.
Okay. Unfortunately, I have shows
So
that I have to be paid on the weekend.
We decided that, but open mics in this city start at 4:00 during the weekday, 3:00 during the weekend.
Okay.
So you can go, and we can give you the list of websites to go to. It's
Okay.
freeopenmics.com.
Unfortunately,
or,
this does
or badslava.com.
this does interfere with my career as doing actual shows.
No, because
Yes.
you're gonna get all of them done before the show.
I do have podcasts.
Then you're gonna have to do after the podcast.
multiple
Actually,
podcasts.
you're doing. I believe you have a podcast at Stand Up New York. They
I have
have.
2 tomorrow.
Do you have a podcast at Stand Up New York?
I have 1 tomorrow and then 2 tomorrow.
At Stand Up New York.
Yes.
Okay, well, I know Stand Up New York has a 4:00 open mic.
Okay.
You wait around, you do that.
Perfect.
I have.
And in order for us to realize that you are at these open mics, you take a photo every time you're at an open mic
So I
and
have
send it to us.
shows on Thursday, 5:30. Ryan DeCalos' show. Is that an open mic?
It's a show.
That's a show. Well, on Thursday I won't be able to make the Stand Up New York open mic.
Yes, you can. You go early in the 4:00, then you go back to
I
Ryan
have
DeCalos' show.
I have a podcast at 4:00.
Well, then you're gonna have to go earlier at 3:00.
We will, and we
I
decided
have a 3 and 4.
very similarly to how
Well,
we.
then you know what? There's an 11:00 pit mic on Thursday nights, so you're gonna have to go to that.
So we
Show
There's
Thursday.
open mics constantly.
We decided that because how we provided him paper towels and made sure he had cleaning equipment, we will work with your schedule. So
Thank
if you
you.
list your schedule out,
Thank
we
you.
will assist you in
Thank you.
finding the mics to go to.
Thank you so
so that way you have the opportunity
Thank you so much.
to continue with this challenge.
So
Thank
we
you
can
so
do it right
much.
now.
We could, but that would be boring as fuck
I'm
to just
gonna-
go through the list of open mics.
So 3 a night. Well, I still don't
Well,
understand
we did
the
talk.
benefit
We did
of the
talk.
open mics.
We did talk about. Well,
You know, we
just
did
to
talk about-
find you a deep appreciation for the scene in which you came from, which you sometimes.
I came from Toronto.
Yeah, an open mic scene. We're talking about open mics in
No.
Toronto. Hey, you want to go back to Toronto for the week and do mics? We're into it, and you can lie to us. Just go to Toronto.
I just don't think there's any I honestly, I'm not even being a dick. There's just no benefit to this.
Yes, you're gonna work on some
I
bits.
feel that if no matter what this challenge was, you were going to find a way to say this has no benefit.
No, if you challenge me to something with actual a benefit, this is just a waste of time. It really is. It's just a waste
No.
of time.
Hey, we're back. Sorry, we talked about the podcast, reconfigured it a little bit.
Took a little pause.
Pavone now will do a open mic a night.
But the caveat is he has to stick around from the advertised beginning of the mic until the last comedian performs on that open mic. So it's a time commitment, but he also has to perform on the show. So those are the 2 things you have to do. Now, in an emergency situation similar to what we did last time, there can be a mulligan. If you are heading to a 6 o'clock mic, but you get booked on a paid show, you can either make it up. You can still do it that night, or you can do double up the next day and do 2 mics in a day.
Okay.
So that way, if you have to,
or
if
you
you
could
can't,
just not do many days and do 6 in one day.
can he double up, or can he
You could
can he
you could-
stack? So he maybe if he does 6 in one
But
day.
yes, it's impossible. Then he has to stay through 6 entire open mics.
Then there'll be no podcast anymore because I will have killed myself.
Yeah.
before podcast.
By the third one, he's going to throw himself at the Brooklyn Bridge.
And they all have to be comedy podcasts,
Comedy open mics.
comedy open mics.
Yeah,
I'm
unless
sorry.
they allow comedians on other mics. So
like a
butting
no,
butting
no.
into
It's
them.
got to be comedy.
Well, there are
Gotta be-
variety open mics
Okay.
that allow comedy.
No, it's comedy.
It's
open
got to
mics.
be I would.
Okay, that's
if
fine.
it was music open mics, I wouldn't mind that.
Well, of course.
Yeah. So comedy. Okay. Fine.
So you have to do from beginning to end, and you can double up on a single day if you miss the night before.
Oh, this is gonna be rough. I just thought about that. Now, can I have one question?
You may.
Oh my God, I just thought about the people there.
Should we make him make Facebook friends with everybody at the mic?
So
Oh, now we're talking. You have to. How about this? You have to go and compliment one open micer after every show you
I think I do that anyways, but I could do that.
No. But you have to talk to him for at least a minute.
What
After
would
every
I clock
get
in?
get his name, her name. Talk to her. Say great job. I love that certain bit you did.
Oh.
Maybe you have to record it too secretly.
Yes.
Okay,
Without revealing
now
their
we're
names, so we're not
talking.
giving
I have one
anybody away.
question.
Now, honestly, I
Sure.
was a little upset we changed it, but now I'm getting excited
What
again.
is the maximum time at an open mic?
Well, you'd have to look at the list of open mics to decide the time frame. So if it's advertised, let's say this.
Yeah,
if
like,
it's
'cause
advertised
it's-
from 6 to 7,
Okay.
you're only obligated till 7 as long as you've gone up.
So it does give you
They
a
have
time when
advertised
it's
times,
over.
but sometimes mics will be like, oh, we'll go another half an hour because we got a big bucket. But as long as that the time frame that it's advertised is over, you're free to go, as long as you've gone up. But if it's advertised 6 to 7 and they keep going and you haven't been called and they're still calling people, you have to wait to perform because that's how open mics go. So if you have to stay for the advertised a lot of time as long as you've performed. And if you get to the end and your name doesn't get pulled, you're free to go. That counts as an open mic because you were there and you participated to the full extent of an open mic.
Is there a maximum amount of time where at some point it cuts in? Like if it's 2 hours, I've been there for 2 hours, and I haven't been on.
Okay, I like this. If it's been 2 hours and he has not performed, you're free to go. Because
he's free to go.
'Cause
unless he's free to go if he has a show. If he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
if he doesn't have the show, he has to stay.
If it steps on his shows, then yes. But if you do not have anything booked and frantically trying to catch a spot during that open mic, it's a little bit of a play. Don't play that game.
I will provide you with my schedule,
Sure.
and then you will contract. I don't like how you're smiling, and then we will.
I don't think you like that he's smiling.
I don't.
I also think that. How about this too?
I actually would prefer the first challenge you gave me, but the time fucks me. But this is worse.
I say also.
This is worse.
Go back to that Facebook friends. I have an idea.
I have to be there first and to the end, regardless if I fucking
He has
perform.
to make
That's brutal.
a Facebook friend after every show.
That is
He has to go and say something
brutal.
to one other person. Be like, hey, it's really funny. What's your Facebook friends?
this.
And then he has to provide the Facebook friends to show us who his Facebook friend was that day.
I think this. I think that should be a bonus.
Because he's going to help you get into the younger scene.
I think it needs
It's going
to
to help you.
I like that. I think it could be a bonus so that let's say you don't.
What happens if no one gives me their Facebook information?
You're a loser.
I think that could be a bonus structure. So if at the end you fail, but you say, but I got 4 new friends out of this and you can prove it, then that might make us consider a lesser punishment.
How long are you to be on stage for? 3 minutes? What is that?
It's
What
like
are they?
2 to 3 minutes.
3-5 minutes, something like that.
It's been
I
a
think-
while, buddy. Some of them are 2.
I think, but no, I think he has to provide us with the Facebook friend each day. Each day he comes home, I met this person, I met this person. And
What happens if I don't become their friends?
I think
ask him.
Yeah, and what happens?
It's like
if they're
asking for a girl
no?
for a number. Except
But
they're
that's not
nerds
something
who
you
like
c-
Star Wars.
Buddy, you could very easily just go and like say their name, look them up, friend request, and they accept.
All right,
you.
I friend.
giving him options,
He was gonna do it anyway.
No.
wouldn't have realized that.
Nah, I don't know if I would. So is this part of the challenge? I gotta come back with a friend every fucking day?
Yeah.
Some fucking guy.
You can come
from-
back to your 2 good friends, Chris Scopo and Mike Albanese, who want to see you excel even
I
further
can't
than
wait
you
to
already
fucking
have.
talk to some guy who I think's normal, and then I find out he went through a windshield at 7, and now he's all.
The guy was drinking Teflon chemicals when he was a kid. Sorry, we're gonna write this up.
I think maybe this is good for you. You meet the younger crowd. You meet the younger kids coming up. Maybe the next Chappelle's there.
How is this already not a punishment? How is this not?
Well,
the
maybe the
punishment.
punishment. Maybe the punishment. I'm not saying we haven't figured out yet, but maybe the punishment is you have to go to 3 open mics in a single day. Maybe we already got the punishment. So decide now how quickly you want
Let's
to
be honest.
get
If
this
it's
done.
punishment, it's more than 3.
All right, but I gotta ask you guys for. I'm gonna ask you guys for some open mics.
Yeah,
We're gonna help you. We're gonna help you find mics, and then I'm in town for a little bit during this. Scopa will be here. I leave town for a little bit, but we'll
All
go
right.
with you.
Where are you going?
Go to Orlando.
He's going to Orlando. He's got
Big
a
bachelor party this weekend.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You
Big
going to see Disney?
Well, I'm going to Universal 2 days,
You going to Universal?
and everyone's already been like,
Oh,
"Man,
how's
we're
that
not going to be drinking too much." I'm
How's
like,
that
this is going
intermittent
to be a
fasting
great
gonna
time.
be?
Is it what?
How's that intermittent fasting going to be?
I've been
We were
on
talking
it.
about your intermittent fasting yesterday. You can't intermittent fast and then have a bag of pretzels.
No, you can.
No, you can't.
The idea of intermittent fasting is you can
Yeah, here we
you
go.
eat.
You eat whatever you want. Yeah, okay.
And
I'm
then
gonna
you
eat 14 slices of pizza in my
This is the
4
guy during
hours.
intermittent fasting was eating cake off of his naked chest in bed. Yeah.
Hey, who lost weight?
Me.
This guy.
I'm
That
close to
was
10
depression.
That
pounds.
okay.
You get
That's what I call intermittent fasting. What are
and
you talking
depression
about?
eat.
I still lost weight. How about that, Mike?
I'm gonna snap. I just thought
And so have
about
I.
The
That's the
people
beautiful thing.
in.
You can't eat pretzels though.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I just
sure.
thought about the people in the open mics, and I'm going to snap.
Well, you're gonna become friends with a lot of them.
'Cause I
At
see
least 7 of
Some
them.
are nice kids, but I see some, and they try to say hi or whatever, and I'm like,
Ooh,
I
how
can't
about
talk. To
And they don't wear deodorant.
how about this, Mike? If we
The
go,
smell of an open mic.
Mike,
I'm
if-
bringing Axe body spray to spray the room.
I hope you do.
Mike, if we go to the open mics with him, we could pick and choose which guy he has to talk to or girl he's talk to.
We can definitely make recommendations.
I hope you guys
for
come to
sure.
the open mics with me.
Well, we're going to. Well, there'll be at least. It's gonna happen.
Are you gonna drop me off like a parent and just
I might.
leave?
I might. I
I
might.
can't wait to make you a sack lunch and put one of those fucking propellers. on your
No,
head
we
as you
should
go in.
dress him. Let's get him. Let's get him like a fucking.
Am I
like a-
allowed to go to the bathroom during these?
Yes, you're allowed
And
to be
by
a
going
human.
to the bathroom, does
Nope,
that mean hiding
2
in the
minutes.
toilet? For
No, you have 2 minutes. That's it.
You have 2-minute breaks.
And I
No.
can't. Okay, and I can't be on my phone. Or
Can we get
whatever.
him? Can we get him like a Marvel shirt, and then just make him wear a Marvel shirt
Oh,
there?
Yeah, that'd be great. You have to wear. You have to wear. You have to wear bands that you've never listened to, but you think other people think are cool.
Yeah.
And superhero shirts.
Let's get
to make
you.
people
Let's
think
get
that-
you. Let's get you an Incredible Hulk shirt,
wrap
and
this
then we'll
podcast
fucking.
up.
Oh, they'll be so happy to see him.
I'm thinking about puking.
All right, so that's your challenge. Follow us at Sweet Buddies on Instagram to see videos and watch Pavone snap. As we attempt to make him better,
Can I say something?
to show him have
I have to
a
not be
deeper
with his
appreciation
woman.
for comedy community, sense of community, and so that he appreciates where he's at now, very deep into comedy, longer than all of us. And we want to see you like it a little bit better.
Can I say something? I was very upset by the way he weaseled out of 3 open mics, but I gotta say, it's gonna be worse.
Well, listen.
It's gonna be.
We actually hold on. We actually said when we talked about it, I said that it would be more painful to have to sit through an entire open mic, beginning to end. But we're back.
And I
So
might go to Old Navy today and get one of these Marvel shirts for him. I might do it.
On Twitch. Let's go.
All right.
I might get him a Captain America shirt.
that's the challenge. Check us out at Sweet Buddies on Instagram. Also, we definitely want to help you solve problems here on Sweet Buddies. And right now, I think Alex has an email he wants to send to try to solve his problems. As in, how can I get my own apartment? Is that the full question? So email us. We've been getting a lot of emails. And we want to help people. Oh man, bleach when you breathe in your nose, it stays with you for like 4 hours.
Honestly, the other day when I was cleaning the bathroom and the door was closed and I was cleaning the tub out and the bleach was burning my eyeballs so fucking much.
Yeah, it's brutal.
That I literally I was gonna murder.
Did you not know that
both of
before
you.
about bleach?
No, I knew, but it was just trapped in the room. There was no air to get out.
Okay, so email us, sweetbuddiespod@gmail.com, if you want to have us help you solve the issues that you have in your life.
Shit.
And
I gotta figure out about fucking like if I could do magic up there. Or
you can, as long as the attempt is funny. As long as it's
Oh,
funny.
let's make him do magic.
As long as you try to be funny, because that's the point of a comedy open
Let's
mic.
make him do magic and wear an X-Men shirt.
Yeah.
He'll fucking love you.
I'll teach you magic tricks, man.
I'm getting anxiety about thinking about going up there and doing comedy.
Hey, buddy, I got anxiety not only when I failed my challenge, but also having to drive around in public, screaming my name, and calling myself a loser. I don't think I've ever been more anxious in my life, and I
Can I
performed
say-
for tens of people doing
I'm
comedy.
really serious about this T-shirt thing. Is this part of the thing? Can we make him wear a T-shirt?
You know, I don't see how that helps him,
I don't see that hurts him.
but it also doesn't hurt.
I'll wear a fucking t-shirt.
Let's come up with we'll come up with the details as we later, but that's the setup. So let's just do this quickly. Let's get this done with. So you can email us, sweetbuddiespod@gmail.com, if you have any questions, concerns, issues with your life, with our life that you think that our clearly high level of intelligence can help you solve, or problems that you need help with. And we have a couple that came in. Alex, did you say you got one that came in?
Yeah, somebody emailed me asking, saying that his roommate keeps masturbating into the shower drain and he doesn't know how to handle it. which is interesting because I feel like we know people who are going through the same problem.
Did Jay send an email? Jay is our fourth roommate, if you're just joining the podcast. The only one with common sense in this house.
How would you stop it? I don't know. Mike?
False blame. I don't know how I would stop my roommate from doing it because we still haven't figured out who did it. But I would say start a podcast and argue incessantly about who jizzed in the shower, and nothing will get accomplished, and it's still soap scum. I think that's why you guys think that I did
Soap.
it. If you listen to some of our old podcasts from the
Keyword in
before
that thing was scum.
No, and what you didn't hear was I said scope scum. Anyway, that was actually really good. Listen to an oral podcast. There's an episode that talks about the jizz in the shower. I think it's in the title somewhere. But I think that person, it's a very great, valid question. And they should set up cameras all in the room.
Voyeurism.
And you should check penis density as they enter and leave to decide if they recently had a boner while they're in there. Because then you can really tell. Pinch the tip. Just a little tiny tip, little pee hole. See how viscid it is.
What happens if you jerk off soft like me?
And nothing comes out?
No, it does.
So you pinch.
I'm completely flaccid.
But
when
you just scoop your pointer finger and your thumb right in the little pee hole right there, and then you rub them together to see if any viscous liquid like pre-cum semen or sperm.
But what if you just turn yourself on so much that you touch yourself and you get hard?
This is
nobody's ever done that for you, Scopo. And you've never turned anybody that on.
No. For me, I turn myself on.
You touch yourself,
and I get right go. I go. Look
this
at
guy
that
combs his hair with rock hard.
I go from my head to my hip, my dick, and I go, wow, wow.
I wish there was more of one of ya.
It's so nice.
I watched this documentary on Netflix called something Circumcision or something like that. There is a guy who comes by, I forget what it's called, but there's the skin that connects
the foreskin.
It's not the foreskin. It's the
little vein right under the bottom of the head.
Yeah, that connects
vein.
the foreskin.
It's my favorite vein.
It's not a vein.
Whatever it is.
It's a piece of skin. You don't have it.
I do.
No, this is the skin that connects the foreskin to your penis. So you wouldn't have it. That's what they remove.
It's right under the pee hole and it goes to the bottom.
You don't have it. This is what they remove during circumcision.
Pull it up.
This guy gives
Mike, just pull your dick out. Let me see.
Well, this guy gives seminars, and he's saying that one of the ways he comes is that thing that they remove is so sensitive that he licks it and rubs it, and he came 5 times by doing that.
I'll tell you what, that guy needs...
I tried. It didn't work.
That guy needs to get laid. Because I remember when I was a kid, and if a girl even came near my belt, I would start being concerned for how long I was going to last. So that guy needs to get touched a little more often and by more people than himself.
You're telling me the guy who has the I Heart Foreskin shirt needs to get pussy?
I wonder what his pickup lines are at the bar.
What's his email? Foreskin.com.
How many dicks have you smelled that don't smell like cheese? Hi, my name's Steve.
Okay, we wash it every day.
You got a team? Little 4-skin, 5-skin. That's a good time.
What's the scoop?
Whoever's jizzing in your shower, we've offered you literally no help. Dear Buds, my husband and I have been married for almost 4 years. Oh, well, this is the perfect group to ask. Oh, here's why. He cheated on me before we were married, and I left him. Then I agreed to forgive him. We decided to start a relationship fresh and get married. Just had a daughter over 2 months ago, and I found his Facebook page on, so I clicked around and found that about 10 strippers he had as friends. They were messages from 2010 and since. They got married in 2010. He was asking strippers when they worked. He told one girl that he was separated, which we definitely were not at the time. Oh, this is rough. Telling them he wanted to go out with them to dinners, movies, etc. I confronted him, and he said it was like porn for him. They never acted on anything, and it was harmless. He got pissed that I invaded his privacy. Buddies, I need your help. I have a daughter with this man, and I love him with all my heart. Is there something mentally wrong with him? I know that question will help with me, especially coming from you, because I'm a complete idiot, just like you three, if I stop believing him. I'm just saying, this whole thing makes me feel like a fool. Signed, he won't stop talking to girls online. Well, thank you for listening, and thank you for the question, and thank you for also denigrating us during our own show, calling us idiots and piles of shit. You're a great person for that. Thank you. What'd you say, Scopo?
I don't want to do this one. This is like real.
I think
He's got a daughter with him. The guy's a piece of trash. Obviously, we all know that. I mean, strippers are nice people, though.
I think honestly that if he hasn't acted on this, if anything, this guy should get some credit because he's been talking to strippers who would go out with him.
On this. What do you don't talk to strippers to talk to and know their names and stuff.
If you don't have a child and a home together, yeah, fuck this dude. But if you're trying to let it work,
no, he's fucking these strippers on the side. You pay $1,000, you go to a back room. So I've heard.
I think that you should follow him for the next 3 months. Hire a private investigator. Tell him it's all good. Don't worry. The past is the past. And that's going to give him a long leash. And I bet you he does it again.
I got it. You don't need to hire a private investigator. That's what you do.
Hire Scopo to fuck you. And then this guy will disappear.
I wasn't going to say that, but that's not bad. That's what you do. You see when he's going to the strip club, and you check his finances at how much money he pulled out. And if he pulled out over $1,000, $1,500, this guy's a fucking bag of trash.
Yeah, over a G note, that's not throwing money on the stage. That's getting things done.
So you do that real quick.
But he hasn't gone to the strip club. He's just talking to them on Facebook. He's seeing when
they're working.
Yeah, but he says he's never acted on it, and so far she has no evidence other than the messages.
Never acted on it. Never acted as fucking.
That's what he said. He said he's never acted on it. She only has evidence that he's talking to them online. And he said it's harmless and it's like porn for him to communicate with these strippers. It's a fantasy.
I have it. I have an idea.
Pavone, you have an answer. Open mic Pavy. Go for it.
I'm going to snap. Go to the strip club closest to your house. Investigate it. Circle the block.
Okay.
Check where the doors are. The doors where the strippers go in and out. I don't know.
Dancers is fine.
It's not called the stripper cave, the stripper hole. Anyways, walk in there, bum rush the stage, get up there, take your tits out. You are now a stripper. He is now married to a stripper. 2 birds, 1 stone. You turn out into a stripper. Can't say that. You can't say that. What is it?
2 birds, 1 stone. You're not allowed to say that. Oh, PETA said you're not allowed to say that.
PETA said you're not allowed to say that.
Let me tell you, 3 birds, 1 pebble.
Okay. He's not into it. You become the stripper, lady.
Yeah, maybe there's something to be said about you. Why is he messing with these strippers? Maybe take a look at the reason for the problem rather than try to find a solution for the problem.
I would leave him, but if you're just scared to leave him, become a stripper, and now it's his fantasy. He's married to a stripper.
Yeah, maybe suck this guy's dick once in a while. You know?
Yeah, maybe you're a fatty.
Oh man, what advice?
No, but think about that.
What should I do to save my marriage? Don't be fat. All right, well,
it's
not advice.
The guy's a bag of trash. Let's just start that. I'm not saying the guy's a good guy. The guy's a bag of trash. But maybe you gain 70 pounds over the course of 4 years, and maybe when he looks at you, he throws up in his mouth a little bit. You know, sometimes you got to look at yourself.
You do. I think
the guy is a bag of trash.
That's what I'm saying. Is maybe look at try to find a reason rather than a solution.
I say be the stripper and really fuck him over. That's what he wants. He wants to talk to strippers. Boom. He lives with one now.
But why don't you do this? Why don't you just get a stripper pole and put it in the fucking room?
Yeah, you could do that. You could strip at home.
Dance for him, and you go, give me money, bitch.
And it's good exercise. You lose that 75.
I've heard.
70
Yeah,
pounds
there you go.
Tubby. We don't even know if this person's big.
Well, hopefully that helped. We hope that helped. All right, we have one last one. This is
Give
good.
me something like a light, please.
I'm giving you what's sent in. So if you guys want to hear better questions out there in Buddy World, send us sweetbuddiespod@gmail. SUITE buddiespod@gmail.
Let's go back to the guy jerking off in the shower.
Okay, dear buds. 3 months ago, I started working at a new company, and I love it. 2 weeks ago, I went out with a few people from work, got drunk, and the evening ended with me hooking up with a coworker.
Yeah, buddy.
Before anything happened, he told me it would be better if we just stayed colleagues, and I agreed, although we were both pretty drunk. He spent the night, and he went home the next morning. When I came into the office on Monday, he didn't even look at me or say hi, and has been acting like he doesn't know me ever since. It's an open office, so I can't just come to him and confront him in front of everybody, and I'm afraid to contact him again because I don't want to scare him, and I'm afraid he'll reject me or not reply at all. It's getting awkward, and I feel like I should do something. I'm attracted to him, but I'm afraid he doesn't want anything from me, and that's why he's acting like this. What should I do? Signed, hooked up coworker. So, Pav, why don't you take this one?
Well, she agreed to hook up with him, and he said he didn't want anything to happen.
She's catching some feels. That's what happened.
She's catching feels early. You
right
can't-
away.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't catch feels right away.
You can't be lying, women. This is what you say. You say, no, I just want to hook up. I don't want anything. It's blah, blah. And then later, you're like, oh, no, I kind of like you. Why are you being a dick to me?
The first guy you fuck in the office you liked, hit another cubicle.
Here-
Check a guy at the printer.
You know, go to the human resources department.
Here's what I find
Take
to
a
be.
human cock. Huh? All right.
Here's what I find to be funny.
Too much.
3 weeks ago, she started to work at a company. 2 weeks ago, she fucked a coworker.
No, 3 months ago.
Did it say 2 months? Ah, damn it! I was hoping she was a bit of a hooah. Yeah, I mean, listen. First of all, don't fuck coworkers unless you're willing to quit.
It's never a good
It's
move.
never a good idea.
Yeah, no.
But you did it, so just to hit him up. Like, if you get, you've already been rejected by not doing anything and not talking to this guy. So fuck it. Just go, yo. We fucked. It's weird around the office now. Can it not be so weird? I don't care, but it's just being you're being weird about it.
But she admits that she has like she finds
Right.
it attractive.
But he's not talking to her already. So what is he just going to?
because he knows.
Right, but is he just going to keep not talking to her? It's already a situation where he's avoiding her, so why not just be like, bring it up, so at least it's out in the open, but just do it privately. Just pull him aside and be like, listen, motherfucker, your dick ain't that good. Stop
Nah.
acting like a fucking
Well, first
monster.
off, we
And then
don't-
he'll probably try to fuck you.
Hold on. This is where you're anti-fucking men there, Mike. We don't. The guy could have been.
Oh, now I'm
the guy-
anti-men.
The
Okay.
guy could have been fucking bringing heat. All right, we have no idea. And that's why she's
I'm
really
saying
missing
she
him.
should say that to
Why
him.
should she say that and lie?
Because she needs to have the ball in her court.
No, he doesn't. The
Oh, so what? She should
go.
go up to him and be like, "Hey, I had such a good time. May I please suck your dick again?"
No, she's not saying that. She's not. She's saying it's weird around the office.
Yeah,
Just
so
be
she
like-
needs to confront
Just
him.
go up to him and be like, "Yo, you okay? Because you're kind of acting weird."
I think it's been too
That's
long.
all you got to say.
I think you've waited too long to do
No,
this.
that's all you got to say. You okay? Because don't act weird around me. We hooked up. Big deal. It's
Yeah,
okay.
That's my advice.
I sort of.
You don't have to say the guy has a small dick or you didn't bring the heat.
I said if he continues to act like a dick, you can just be like, "Look, man, I'm not trying to fuck with you. I'm not trying to fuck with you. I just don't want to be weird around the office." Sorry for trying to inject a little funny.
I'm just going. Listen, I'm trying to fight for men. Okay, it's rough out here.
And that's who we want, taking charge. for
Old
men.
pinch his dick, cum scopo. Old combs his hair with a boner scopo.
Boner Scopo hair. What? Are you kidding me?
Some
That
people do
guy's a
gym tan
legend.
laundry. Scopo does. Hairbrush, boner, cum.
I lube with hair gel.
That sounds miserable.
sticky.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you should just pull him aside and be like, "Listen, dude, you can whisper to the guy and be like, look, this is being weird. We can still be friends. This doesn't have to be so
Fuck
weird. You've
someone else
avoided
in
me."
the office.
No.
Bad idea. Also, would be hilarious. Fuck somebody in the office in front of them. That's what I say. Fuck the boss. Maybe you are the boss. Get everyone to fuck you
Take a couple notes, CC him in the picture.
on accident.
Now we're talking.
And then send another one. Whoops, that wasn't for you. That was for Jerry right next to you.
Yeah, flip your screen.
Oh, you should just go flirt heavily with the guy who sits next to him.
Yeah.
Sit on his desk, spread your legs apart, stick his hand up your skirt. but don't let him touch it.
You don't want to be the office.
No, of course
the
not.
office Skank. You know.
Yeah, first of all, you shouldn't have fucked him. You shouldn't have waited this long to act on it or to figure something out.
She has a right to fuck him.
No, and then to just not say anything about it. No, you shouldn't fuck people in the office because this is what's going to happen. This is what you get. Don't do it.
You shouldn't, but if you did,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong.
You
with
can
that, I
also
guess.
be an adult about it and talk to him. You don't have to wait for him to come to you. That's the problem because he's probably waiting for you to come to him, and now it's just awkward as shit.
No, he feels awkward.
That's what I
it
just
is.
said.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right.
that's that. Anything going on? What are we doing?
Yeah, I got 7 shows.
You can catch Pav all week in New York City.
Performing at some of the best comedy clubs in the city.
Yeah, I gotta fucking find a list now. What am I at? Badslava.com? Can I go to that?
Why is he Russian?
Badslava.
Why my eyes? I swear to God, my eyes feel like I'm Cyclops from X-Men.
I'm gonna snap.
You can catch me on The Hulk all weekend at Universal Studios Orlando.
That was a podcast.
But that's it. Thanks for listening. And
We have our show.
Oh yeah, February
28th.
28th. That's our next installment.
It's supposed to be the second Thursday of every month, but that falls on
Precarious
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So we're doing it the 28th, and I believe so far we have Rich Voss,
Yeah.
Legend Voss.
We have a legend, Rich Voss, and right now that's all they confirmed. But we're
We're gonna get you as we get there. So
Cool.
get on sweetbuddieспod.com. Email us your questions if you have any issues. If you fucked anyone in your office and you need help, hit us up, sweetbuddies@gmail.com. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. And stick to us on Instagram @sweetbuddies to watch Pav open mic it for the rest of the week. See you guys.